Now, in the collection, you're going to have what you own. These are going to be the ones that it's a free-to-play model, so after you've got the game, you're going to have a starter spell book, and then you can buy boosters off of that to enhance and open them up. You'll get the same common, uncommon, rare, and that sort of thing. Because opening packs is the best. Like, that's the best part. So you might only have, let's say you only had 3 fireballs. You take your 3 fireballs, you add them in. But you'll also notice that tells you this is what your starting mana is going to look like. This system's still being tuned, but for right now, I have an all red. Therefore, I get all red mana as my starting mana. Well, I also own some Serra Angels. I own 3 of those too, so I'm going to put 3 Serra Angels in. Now, the keywords are going to be iconic like we were showing you before. You're going to see a lot of these different things. She has a 4 movement rate. She has a 6 initiative. This is her health. Her effective range is 1. So you'll notice that the mana has redistributed itself. Now, as you play through the single player, as you play through multiplayer, as you just play through the game, you're earning experience, you're unlocking more slots. Let's be honest, the player with 8 figures is really going to dominate the player with 5 figures, so you're going to want to get through some of this stuff.
Right.
So, as you acquire more stuff, let's take this example. I actually, in this particular build, I own 8 fireballs. I can add 5 maximum to my spellbook. What do I do with the other 3? Well, I'm going to trade them to other players and try to get, stuff I don't have.
Right.
So in this case, you'll notice that the distribution's still staying the same, but if I add a coal stoker, the distribution starts to move a little bit. And it doesn't move quite right yet, but sometimes it moves and changes what you're going to actually have. I'll now double click to get it in there. So now it's starting to change. So this is all being tuned. How much mana do you get at the start? How do you generate mana as you go? But we have some other stuff that's really cool. List view. And then you've actually got like a model view to actually see the figure and what it looks like, to get a sense of it. Things you might not have seen because you killed the planeswalker so quickly.
Yeah, so I can move this guy here and attack it.
And so on and so on.
Right. Oh, and he's got to be right now. Yeah.
So you have your icon view. You have your list view, if you want to just see the collection and sort and filter and so on. And then you actually have the final, which is your actual model view. And of course, all of these, like if I double click here, I can drag in here. So, this all works as a collection. So there's some other, iconic characters that you're going to be familiar with. You're going to know Sarah, you're going to know Rhea, Lord of the Pit, some of the other big ones that you're really familiar with. So, some of these things you saw in miniature out on the board, this guy did a lot of harm for you in that game. So, this is basically how it's going to work out. You get 5 of any creature that you put in there. You get 5 of any particular spell, and this spell acts as charges of that spell that you have. So we're not doing the whole random draw. What we're actually doing is we're using the random chance of the tactical board to get that same effect of, did I do good? What's the random element of that? Some folks have been asking, well, you know exactly what you're going to get. Right, but you don't know what order it's going to come out, or if the position that it comes out in is going to be as effective as a different position. What if I'm surrounded? If my Serra Angel is surrounded by 5 Talonhawks, I've got a bit of a problem. That's actually probably going to tear my Serra down. So we're actually going with that. Some of the things that you can do is you can't declare an attacker or a blocker. Everyone's a valid target. So how do you deal with that? Well, everything has to have a little more health. We're going to have to actually adjust the positioning a little bit. I'm going to have to move this figure back. So that's a lot of the stuff that we're really working on. But on and all, yeah, we just didn't want to do magic on a box. We want to do magic with a tactical element. Lots of tactics. So that's what we got.
You should be able to move there and attack, but I don't know what she's going to do. She's going to stay there and attack, or she'll jump over here and attack.
Okay, thank you. No problem. Thanks very much.